Welcome to Sound Lab Studio. Sound Labs.
To the point where I'm no fun anymore.
Wow, listen to the way the artist intended to.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another live album review. Joining me tonight, we got Nick from Townsend 505, who's a proud graveyard bootleg. Jason, born on the Midwest.
Yep.
And we got Scott, the penthouse pauper.
Yeah, we're in total we're referencing 6 songs on the album.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Sadly, none of us are
Miss
referencing.
Molly's not getting any love, I don't think.
Yeah, I couldn't squeeze it in there.
Molly.
All right, well, we're continuing our series of Creedence Clearwater Revival album reviews, and tonight we're reviewing Bayou Country, their second studio album, released in 1969, and the first of 3 CCR albums released in 1969. That's crazy. 3 studio albums in 1 year, all hugely successful, all critically acclaimed, and all 3 albums having major hits. Like, you don't really see that too often.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to start with the first song, and that is Born on the Bayou. Born on the Bayou.
Yes.
I don't know how they managed to do it, but they managed to top off You Put a Spell on Me. Like,
Yeah.
Put a Spell on Me is like this epic track. You're like, how's CCR even gonna think of topping that great song? I'll answer that. Bayou Country, Born on the Bayou. Bayou Country was Born on the Bayou. The way it's just like, boom, 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 doo, 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 doo. And then when John Fogerty comes in with the boy, down there, just like with his soul attitude, it's just, this is how you start an album.
So I agree with Nick. This is like the best song that they could have started this album with. You get that little droning guitar note at the beginning that fades in, like, and then as soon as it gets louder, you get the main riff that comes in. Boom, 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 and I love the effect on John Fogerty's guitar, that little slight tremolo on there that makes it kind of shaky. And then as soon as Stu Cook comes in, and Cosmo Clifford, the bass and the drums, oh man, that groove. And then, like, just when you think it can't get any better, when they got that groove going, John Fogerty comes in and he just belts it out. Like, when I was just a little boy.
Yeah.
And Nick did it already, so that's all I'm going to sing of it. But, oh my goodness, this song is so good. Like, I already talked a little bit about the riff, John Fogerty's vocals, and then you get to that middle section where he plays that guitar, that boom, 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 boom. It's just like, this makes you want to go down to the bayou, even if you've never been to the bayou, which I don't think Creedence ever did. You feel like you're there on the 4th of July with your hound dog chasing down a voodoo.
Voodoo. They're born on the bayou in California, I guess.
Yeah.
not Louisiana. Yeah, this is obviously like one of their signature songs, I would say. I'd say there's 3 songs on here that are pretty well known. At least I knew before I heard the album. And yeah, so obviously, yeah, it's a great way to, especially when your name of the album's Bayou Country, Born on Bayou. Yeah, it has to be your opener. That's the perfect opener for the album. Like I said, it's got, I guess it kind of introduces that swamp rock kind of feel. I guess, which is kind of like southern rock. They're kind of like a southern rock kind of band, I guess I would describe them. And blue, at this point, they're still bluesy. I feel like they get less bluesy with the next several albums. Definitely, this is like at their bluesiest, but that guitar intro, I was gonna say, I just love that guitar part. That intro, dun 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 dun, dun, whatever. Like that's such a great intro to it. And then obviously John Fogerty's vocals are just absolutely fantastic. You know, as Jacob was singing that "Born on the Bayou," he just has such a great voice for it. And like you were singing, yeah, he just sings that like. It's like he gives you, like it's like give us a level 10 and gives you a level 11. He just goes all out on the vocals, which is great. That's what makes these songs, so good. It's to me, Fogerty's the key ingredient of these songs, and especially this one.
He's like the secret sauce.
Yes.
But yeah, man, I love this track. It's going to be hard picking what my favorite song on this album is because this song is an amazing opener. This feels like the definitive sound of Creedence Clearwater Revival, that swamp rock, which it blew my mind when I realized that none of these members were from Louisiana. They're from California. Mm-hmm. And yet the way John Fogerty writes this song, you feel like he's been there his whole life. I guess he just loves the culture and atmosphere so much. He's like, oh, I'm going to write a song about it. And it's amazing. His vocals on this track are incredible. I love the guitar part. Great percussion in there. Just a catchy earworm of a song. And a pretty good jam session, too, with some of the guitar work and guitar solos. I think this song is incredible. One of the very best CCR songs. A great gateway to CCR, too, for any newcomer, I would say.
The name of the album, Bayou Country, this is like, to me, it's like sort of like the welcoming song, like sort of like Sgt. Pepper's is to Sgt. Pepper's, where it's like, welcome to the Bayou, I was born here. It's like,
yeah, I can see that. And I think this is a brilliant way to start the album, especially the fact that it's called Bayou Country.
Mm-hmm.
All right, our next song is a song called Bootleg. I had to look up the title because when John Fogerty singing it, sounds like he's going, bootleg, bootleg. It doesn't sound like bootleg. Like, what's a bootleg? I don't know what
bootleg.
What's a
bootleg?
Bootleg. All right, thoughts on the bootleg?
I guess I'll go first. This song is really cool. I will say 5 of these 7 tracks are like competed to be number 1. Sadly, this isn't one of the 5. It's a little repetitive. I still think this song rocks and I still really enjoy it, but it gets a little repetitive. It is a little repetitive compared to the other songs, but I think the song is awesome. I will say this, something that you will never unhear is sounds like someone pointed out to me in the comments, but it sounds like he's saying Kool-Aid powder.
Oh no.
Kool-Aid powder.
No, Robert Plant already told me I needed Kool-Aid, and now he's just reinforcing it.
Yes.
Kool-Aid.
But yeah,
Kool-Aid.
I love this song to death, but like I think there's 5 other songs I like better.
I really like this song as well. I am with Nick. It's one of the weaker songs on the album, especially since it shares a little similarity with Keep On Shoogling, like bootleg, keep on shoogling. Very similar, but it's a good melody. Like it's no Dust My Broom. It's not something I'm getting be upset about that I hear
Dust My Broom
several times on the album. But I still really like this song. It's really good.
I'm just picturing John Fogerty probably could have made that song even better. Or Dust My Broom.
You know,
to
if
be honest.
CCR did Dust My Broom, it would be the best version.
I was gonna say, yeah, it'd probably
Probably.
be a good version of the
I
song.
mean,
They
they
would-
have the
they would
definitive
rock that
version of Susie Q, so anything's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I was gonna say the exact same thing you guys were saying, kind of on it, and that it was just way too repetitious for me, and just simple and just not interesting at all. Like I did not care for the song at all because of that.
I still
Because it
think-
was too repetitious and just like
I get up in the morning, I believe I'll dust my broom. And he would do something different than that same lick over.
yes.
and over.
Oh, you would, yeah, definitely.
I actually do really like this song. It's not in my top 5. It's probably, if we're ranking the songs, probably one of the weaker ones on the album. But I still stress there's no bad songs on the album. I think it's a catchy song. Although to me, I thought was most fascinating when you hear the verse of the song, John Fogerty singing. I think the melody's like, I'm like, was this song the prototype for Run Through the Jungle? Because the verse sounds very similar to me.
It's a weird
You're right.
Frankenstein of Run Through the Jungle and Keep on Chewing.
Yeah.
Bootleg,
Was
run
it-
to the jungle,
It was like
keep on shooting.
It was a weird music video for this song.
Really?
It was the only music video for this album, actually.
Oh
Okay.
wow! They did a video for Bootleg and not Proud Mary. That's
I
crazy.
know.
I know, it's weird.
They could have done a video with them on a riverboat.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's a good song.
If I'm correct, I think that might be their only music video they've ever done.
Wow.
Really.
I think if I'm correct.
Well, they did Looking Out My Back Door where they're all sitting.
Oh
in the
yeah,
living
you're
room
right.
jamming.
I was like that's why I asked if I'm correct, but then I don't remember yet. Yeah, I think they did one for that song, Bootleg. Oh yeah, they did a couple of them for the debut album. No, actually, they only did it for I Put a Spell on You.
Oh yeah, with the trippy effects.
Yeah, and then they did the one for Bootleg, and then I don't think they've ever done a video for any of the songs on Green River.
I know they did one for Sweet Hitchhiker, but
Yeah, I do know they did
one
one for that. I've seen the clip for it.
where he's
I think-
like on the motorbike.
Yeah, they have like very few. They have like very few videos, which is weird.
Track number 3. This is the last song on side 1. The longest song on the album, clocking at 8 minutes and 37 seconds. It's a song called Graveyard Train.
All I'm gonna say about Graveyard Train is I hope you like boom, 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 because you're gonna be hearing it a lot.
Oh,
However, what
We
they
should-
do on top of that is really great. He starts out very quiet, John Fogerty singing just about how like people took this road and ended up dying or something, and he doesn't want to get on the graveyard train. And it's like 30 people lost their lives, and then he's like, I better look out because I'm going to be number 31. But then he's got all this really cool guitar, guitar fills that he does on top of it. It's really cool. I will say, I do think it runs a bit long for a song that's just boom, 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 boom. Like if they would have like done that and then done something different in the middle, and then like I said, to subvert the expectations, and then like gone back to that at the end, it would have been even better. But because it's just 8 minutes of boom, 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 boom. I don't like it as much as some of the other stuff on the album, but I'm just nitpicking there. I still think it's really good.
we should let Jason say how bluesy and
yeah, I know Jason's probably. You probably. I know Jason doesn't like this one.
Oh yeah, I really did not like this one.
Yeah.
This was a hard one to get through. It was so boring. I was so bored out of my mind. It's so slow moving. It's like, give me more Born on the Bayou or Good Golly Miss Molly, not this stuff. And we get another one like this later on, and that's what I don't like about the album. But yeah, it's definitely one of the things that, yeah, it's way too long. Yeah, it's just not my kind of song.
Oh, he didn't say the thing.
What, bluesy? I didn't say bluesy.
It's too long. It's too bluesy.
Too long. It's too bluesy.
Oh, man, I bet I know the other song you don't
He's
like. now.
trademark.
He's gonna try to go the whole video without saying it, saying things like it, but not saying.
This is going to be the song the two songs that me and Jason are going to be the most divisive. I think this is one of the best songs on the album. I love this song. It's another song that I could just picture like originally being done by a black artist that was in the Bayou, but like supposedly this is an original. So when I found out it was original, I'm like, wow. So John Fogerty's just great at making songs like sounding like that, and I think this is one of the highlights on the album. To me, it doesn't run long at all. I think it warrants its length. I love the harmonica playing on it. I think Fogerty's voice is amazing. I think it's honestly, I think it's a perfect song, and a great way to end off the side one.
I'm actually gonna go with Nick on this. I think this is a fantastic song. I love the bass guitar. Boom, 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 boom. I never got tired of that throughout the 8 minutes. I think that was what kept me going through the song. John Fogerty, again, is incredible on this track. Interesting lyrics, I thought. Very haunting, too. Like, I'm surprised this song does not end up on people's Halloween playlist. We got like 30 people on the going down the road, and they lost their lives. Oh, I'll be on the graveyard train. I'll be number 31. I'll be, oh wow, I could see this being on some Halloween playlist.
That's actually true. I could actually see that. It's not popular enough for people to want to put it on there, but
people would put.
Bad Moon Rising is on a lot of people's Halloween playlists. The CCR is no stranger to that.
I feel like it's funny because going into this review and me and Jacob listening together one day, to be honest, I thought I was going to be the only one who liked this song.
Well, I really dug this song, and I think the musicianship on this song is amazing too. The bass guitar, there's a great guitar solo in there, and then John Fogerty does a great harmonica solo in the middle of this track that I thought was really good.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, when we first listened to it together and we were done with side one and you gave me your thoughts, I thought you were going to be like, I like the first two songs, but that third track was not good.
No.
I thought you were going to be on Jason's side on this one.
No, I'm Team Nick.
No, nobody's on my side.
I'm in the middle. I like the song. I just think it's a little long. But wait until my opinion for the other jam song. It's going to be completely different.
Okay.
All right, so that wraps up side one. If you have the vinyl, you would flip the record now, and we'll get to side two. And side two begins with the one cover song. CCR decided to cover Good Golly Miss Molly, originally a big hit for Little Richard. And CCR, they decided to put their swamp rock twist on a classic rock and roll song.
This was an excellent choice for a cover. There are some other covers they do where it's like, maybe not as much. I don't see that. But this one right here, perfect choice. As soon as they get going with that, and then like John Fogerty comes in full strength, the golly Miss Molly, and then he's singing and he's playing the guitar at the same time. That so he sings and then he'll play like a, and so he's singing and playing all that at the same time. That is crazy, but this one really makes you want to get up and dance. It's a very good cover of this song.
Oh yeah, he definitely makes it his own. I think the Little Richard one the original pales in comparison to this version. He really adds something special to this track. I love the part where he's like, from the early morning to the early night, you can see me falling walking up the house.
And the drums under that.
Oh, it's just the drumming is amazing. I feel that's probably why I like the blues track so much. Is it shows off Cosmo's abilities as a drummer, and the bass player too shows his abilities off too. I feel like at this point of the band, I feel like the rhythm section is really on top.
Yeah.
1969, 1970, these guys were at the top of their game.
Yes.
Yeah, this is another solid cover from CCR. I think they're really good at cover songs, to be honest. Like, I think we covered Susie Q and Put a Spell on You in the first
Spell on You
album.
was a cover too. Yeah.
Yeah. I would even add 68 as them being on the top of their game. I feel like they're like 68, 69, and 70 is just like them making amazing music after amazing music.
Oh yeah, and then
And 69 is just this huge year for them.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know very many artists who attempt 3 albums in 1 year, let alone if they
That's
do.
crazy.
I mean-
all 3 of them be classic albums you should have in your collection.
I mean, the Beatles tried doing 2 albums a year for 64 and
those first
63, and
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
63 and 64, and they
And
couldn't-
65.
65. Yeah.
But like 65, they were able to do 2 good albums. But like 60,
Yeah. Yeah.
64, they were
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, it's
they
like
look
with
dark.
63, Please Please Me was a good album. With the Beatles, it was kind of a mixed album.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like,
They get better with Hard Day's Night.
but like they were able to do it 3 albums.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to get into my opinion on that, but
Oh yeah, I know you're.
I prefer the Beatles over these 2 albums for sure. But anyways, yeah. So anyways, and of course we'll get later to I heard it through the grapevine. So I mean, I really think John Fogerty could take like any song and make it sound good. Like I think he could take Dust My Brim and make it sound like yeah, it's not too bad. Like it's got some nice whatever vocals and guitar and all that. But yeah, and like Nick said, like I mean, obviously this was a big song for Little Richard, I believe.
Yeah.
And Little Richard does a good job because he's got a powerful voice. But CCR kind of make it their own, and and just as good, I think, as original. I thought the same thing about the cover songs on the first album and stuff like that. So they're really good at making these songs their own. Where I would almost think this was theirs, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's a cover song. So yeah, like you say, another solid cover.
I'm gonna say this is one of the best covers CCR's ever done. Now I hold the Little Richard version in high regard. It's one of the most iconic, classic rock and roll songs. Definitely one of the highlights in Little Richard's career. I'd put CCR's version on an equal playing field. One, because they make it their own. John Fogerty sings just as good as Little Richard on his version. The guitar work is great. I like how kind of swampy this version sounds. Kind of has that southern rock feel compared to the rock and roll piano driven number the original had. And I think that's how you do a good cover. Respect what made the original good while making it your own. And man, what an amazing track. One of the best on the album. That leads to our next track. We're back to John Fogerty Originals, and it's the one Scott decided to reference, the Penthouse Pauper. I
love the Penthouse Pauper. There's a reason I put it as my name. This song is amazing. It's spoiler alert, going to be in my top 5 songs on the album, but probably because the lyrics are relatable. Humorous lyrics about a guy who got no money, but he's got a good taste for fancy things. So, and I love at the end where he's like, "Come see my penthouse." It's like, I ain't got no money, but like, if I was a piece of jewelry, I'd want to be a diamond ring. It makes a lot of comparisons like that. And the guitar playing on this one is amazing. John Fogerty is a great guitar player. Those little fills he plays in between singing, and I love the part where he goes that little repeated lick there. I really like that part. But this song is very good. I really like it. One of the best deep cuts here on the album.
Hate to say this, but this is my least favorite on the album.
Oh man!
I still think this is an amazing song, but compared to the other 5 songs that are in my top 5, I mean, if this was on the debut album, this would probably be on the top 5, or even if it was on Pendulum, it would be in the top 5. But for an album like this, I feel like it's probably one of the not weaker, like I have to do it, one of the weaker songs on the album.
Oh,
like I said, this is my favorite Creedence album, so
right.
I think every song on this thing is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, this was definitely like the big surprise for me. Deep cut, I guess, as you said.
Yes.
Where-
Yes.
Like, I didn't remember this song. I've heard this album like once before, I think, because we did a whole CCR ranking a while ago.
Yeah, we'll
And
have to redo that.
yeah, and so
Whenever we're done with the series.
so this is me
Yeah,
coming
we'll
back
do
to
a
this
lot of
album
ranking
after it seems like a year or something. I don't know when we did the first. I don't know if it was that long ago, but whatever it was. And I don't remember this song, and then I'm getting to it. I'm like, man, this song is good. Like the guitar, I think this is the best guitar playing on the whole album. Like, that's really where I go to on this song. It's like I just marvel at the guitar playing of Fogerty. I mean, the whole album's great as far as guitar playing, I think, but and the guitar solo, I think, is the best guitar solo on the album. I just love this guitar solo that he does on here. And I don't remember much about like the lyrics or a lot of other things. The only thing I remember is the guitar was like really good, and I really like John Fogerty's guitar playing. Overall, he's one of the great guitar players, you know. And he definitely shows on this song. So yeah, this is like the really good hidden track that you go, oh, I don't remember this one, but man, this is good.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Penthouse Pauper to be the divisive track on the album because
Yeah, that would have been Graveyard Train.
This is my least favorite song on the album.
Oh,
man.
Again, I'm gonna stress this.
no.
I don't hate this song. I really like this song.
Oh,
It's an amazing album. It's just
Guys,
there has
guys,
to be a song in last place.
Scott
I
and
think the
Scott
other
and Jason,
six
this is
songs
on
are
his Hits
better.
and More playlist.
Probably
Yes.
they put every song from the album on there.
Every song from this album's on my Hits and More playlist. So I think this is an amazing album.
Watch, you're probably going to have like 95% of the Creedence discography on your Hits and More playlist.
Probably. I think this is a great song. I think this is probably the weakest CCR song lyrically. I think
Okay.
I do kind of agree with Jason. I think the production of the song to me stands out more than like the vocal delivery. But I still think it's a fun track. I do like how tongue in cheek it is. Some of the lyrics that do stick out, like I think the one about the politician really stood out. But I think it's a fun track. But I think compared to the other songs on the album, you know, there's a song that has to be in last place to every amazing album, and for this album, to me, it just happens to be the Penthouse Pauper.
Oh.
Wow, man, I'm shocked.
Wow.
At least,
Sadly, in a 7-song album, this and Blue Lake have to be the bottom 2 songs.
Yeah, it's not like
at least Scott's on my side on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, you know, the debut album where there's clearly like a weaker song on the album.
Yeah.
But this one, it's just like all these songs are like competing for best song. At least my top 5.
Yeah, me too. All 5, my top 5, all of them are. Just to say it right now, all 5 of the tracks that are in my top 5 are number 1 to me. So whichever order I put it, it's just me giving a random order to these songs.
Mm.
All right. Well, that leads to our next track, and this is the biggest hit on the album. I think it was the only major single from the album because Born on the Bayou was actually the B-side to this song. The main single was Proud Mary. I think I would argue this is their signature song. I think it's the one most people know when they think Creedence Clearwater Revival. And it was a song so big, it was also covered by Ike and Tina Turner in the 70s.
I think later on their signature song becomes Fortunate Son, but maybe it's just because of all those Vietnam movies.
Probably. But the first CCR song that pops in my head is Proud Mary.
Mm.
This seems like the first big one to me for them. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it charted real well. I didn't.
What's number 2?
Let me see
Okay.
how well it did.
Fun fact: Creedence has the most number 2 hits without a number 1 hit.
Without number 1? Oh,
It-
man.
They
Yeah,
never had a
two.
number 1 hit,
Never had number 1.
but they
had
had like
one of the
so
number
many
two.
number 2 hits. It's
They
not
did
even
have a-
funny.
They actually did
What's
have a number
funny
1.
is some of their big hits went to number 1 in other countries like Canada, and I think Germany maybe. But in the U.S., like all their big hits went to number 2. This is crazy. But Proud Mary is one of the number 2s. I think it was their first number 2.
Okay, so with Proud Mary, a lot of people know it from the Tina Turner version. that is a very great version as well. But I like the original better here with the Creedence Clearwater Revival. Funny enough, I used to really not like this song, but I found out why. It's because whenever my brother bought it on iTunes whenever he was younger, but he bought a cover because he thought the song was called Rolling on the River and not Proud Mary. So he bought the song Rolling on the River, and it was a cover that was made in 2018. So
2018.
Yeah. And later on, I discovered, wait a second, it's called Proud Mary, and it's by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Let's listen to their version. Oh, yeah, that's much better. But this song is really good. It's another one of those songs where it's like, this could have just been a folk standard song.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I just really love the feeling that this song evokes. It's just like lazily, like being on a riverboat and contemplating about all the tough things you have to do at your job, and that you just want to be on the riverboat going down the river, and all the people that you meet on the riverboat, and they're happy to help you out their life. Very easygoing. I really enjoy this song. It is absolutely amazing, and Fogerty's guitar playing on this song is top notch.
Hate to fact check you both, but in the U.S. they actually did have one number one hit. Looking out my back door.
Oh, that went to number one?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was number two.
Yeah.
Well, there's two different U.S. charts. There's U.S. and then U.S. cash, and
Okay.
it says it's a number one hit.
Oh,
And
good.
the first,
I think I was basing it on the Hot 100.
and Bad Moon Rising went to number one in the U.K.
Okay.
So they did have number one hits, just
Yeah, I think they
Not on the-
primarily had them in other countries.
Not on the US 100,
Not
whatever,
the
200
US.
Billboard.
Because number two, Proud Mary went to number two. Bad Moon Rise. Traveling Band.
I mean, let's put it in this perspective. In the UK, the Beatles' "Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane" songs went to number two. So
I know.
Okay, so Cashbox is a completely different magazine. Or whatever.
Okay,
it's not the official Billboard Top 100
Official Billboard.
but they did make it to number one in one.
in the UK.
Yep.
Okay. You want me to go or?
Yeah.
You can go, Jason.
Nick, did you? Okay. Oh, I didn't know who wanted to go first. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously this is their big song. Like I said, when I first heard this song, I thought, oh, wow, they're covering Ike and Tina Turner. Like, this is cool. And it wasn't until later that I found out, oh, they wrote the song in Ike and Tina Turner. Because I feel like I heard the Tina Turner version first before I heard this version. So I just always assume, I mean, to this day, I always think about Tina Turner when I think about the song, because I can just vividly remember her singing the song and like dancing around, you know, with that short dress on, whatever, and rolling. She like do this like, you know, dance thing. And yeah, that was a big song for her, and it was good, you know, it's a decent song. Yeah, and then I come to this, I'm like, oh, it's a CCR song, which is different because instead of Tina Turner, you know, you have a guy singing it, and it's still, you know, absolutely fantastic. Because it's a great melody. It's really catchy. It's the most catchiest song they've done up to this day, I think. I love that guitar strumming that at the beginning, you know, dun dun dun, dun as we're waiting for them to start singing. Like it's so great. Like you're just getting ready for it, and then I like the solo a lot. Like it's not as shredding, I would say, as like Penthouse Pop, or I don't know what the word I should say, but it's still a really good guitar solo. I still really enjoy it. I feel like this is a more radio-friendly song compared to some of the other songs on the album that are also, like, I mean, compared to like maybe Penthouse Popper, which wasn't a radio hit, but this was, I don't know, it just had that radio hit to it. Obviously, that it was nice to hear from them instead of just doing, you know, all these, you know, bluesy, you know, jam songs, and then they come out with this, which is like, wow, they can write a hit song if they want to and be really good at it. And it's still, yeah, I think a really good song. I think one of the best they've done up to this point.
Is there a video of John Fogerty dancing around in a short
Short dress?
No,
No.
So this song is a very good example. This song is a very good example of what I'd like to call the Creedence magic. And the formula is to make a really good Creedence song, you got to have John Fogerty tuning his guitar down a full step to drop D tuning, and Tom Fogerty keeps his guitar in standard tuning. And they each play a riff that's very similar, but whenever you have Fogerty or John Fogerty playing it in the drop tuning and Tom Fogerty playing it in the regular tuning, it gives this really cool effects. It's like two very similar riffs, but with the different tunings, it gives it a very different sound to it. So that boom 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 boom.
Yeah.
That's two guitars, John with his guitar tuned down and Tom in standard tuning, and the two different tunings give it a very difference in tonality, and I think that's really they do that a lot on their songs.
Interesting.
Okay.
I think this is an amazing song on the album. I think this version is way better than the I Can Tina version. That version's unlistenable. Can't stand that version. I'm sorry, Jason. I know you really enjoy that version. Yeah, I can't stand that version. Like when I found out that they covered that, I'm like, it was on Sirius XM, and I'm like, what is this crap?
Yeah.
Even my dad was like, yeah, I don't really like this either, and we switched to the Beatles channel after that.
Is it garbage?
It's garbage, that version.
It is.
And we ended up switching to the Beatles station, which had Strawberry Fields, so we switched to a bad song to a great song. Weird coincidence, because I know that's Scott's favorite Beatles song, but I'm like, yes, that song's way better. But yeah, love this song. Awesome.
Well, actually, I think this might have been the first CCR song I've ever heard, but I think I'm with Jason. I think the first version of Proud Mary that I heard was the Tina Turner version.
Okay.
And the first time I heard it was in Flushed Away of all movies, because it was sung in that film. And I think there was an oldie station that we used to have back home, and that's when I first heard the CCR version. I'm like, is this that same song in Flushed Away, but it's slower moving? This sounds pretty cool too. I like this version as well. That was before I knew who John Fogerty was and who Creedence Clearwater Revival was. But then once I put two and two together, I'm like, yeah, this is an amazing song. This is, like I said, probably the CCR song I've heard the most, which is why I think it's their signature song. Just a great song. Again, another one of those where it's like competing for best song on the album. I love the sense of, I think, escapism the song has, where it's like, I think what Scott was saying, you're rolling down the river, try to ease your life, get away from life's problems and stuff. Some of the stress on Proud Mary keeps on turning, or boining, as John Fogerty likes to say. But the guitar strumming in this song is amazing, and some good percussion as well. I think I would say, what's his name? Doug Clifford, very underrated drummer. I think he does a great job on all these songs.
There's another kind of rolling that they do that people could be doing.
But not Creedence.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, it's one of the songs you wouldn't know the name was Proud Mary just by listening to it, I guess.
Yeah, because for the longest time, I thought the song was called Rolling on the River.
Yeah, I didn't know it was called Proud Mary.
I didn't know it was called Proud Mary until I got the Chronicle album.
I'm like, Proud Mary? Where does that come from?
Called Proud Mary?
I couldn't even tell what he was saying. It sounded like y'all Mary keeps on turning. I can't tell what he's saying. Something in Mary keeps on burning, and why is Mary burning?
Sounds like they're saying like roller. When I was a kid, and I was listening to the song when we go to Ranger games. Sounded like, because my dad had a greatest hits CCR album, and this is obviously one of them. I thought they were saying roller, roller, roller on a river. Like, but then when I found out saying rolling, I'm like, okay, that makes more sense.
And I think I also want to say, for the record, I think the Tina Turner version is an amazing cover, and it's also one of my favorite cover songs. I think I still prefer the CCR version though.
Yeah,
So
I probably prefer CCR, but Tina's good too.
Yeah.
So it's not garbage.
Not.
I mean, I would say it's like the CCR version of Good Golly Miss Molly. Like they do a good take on the original, but they make it their own. And also, what's weird, now when I hear the CCR version, I want to sing Ike Turner's bass part. So I want
Rolling down the road.
working for the mayor day and night and day. Because I love that bass part. All right. Now we're on the last song.
Last song already.
Second longest song on the album, 7 minutes and 43 seconds. It's a song called "Keep On Tubing, 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 Tubing."
This song is awesome. I'm just gonna put that on the record. It's just when I first heard this song, I'm like, this song rocks. I know right now Jason's like, I don't know how he can enjoy this song. It's too bluesy. It's too long. I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't get how anyone can like this. This is garbage. But I love this song.
So this was the song that they would always close their shows with.
Okay.
And they would extend the jam even longer.
Yeah.
I watched a half documentary, half concert on Netflix called, I forget what it was called. Oh, I think it was Creedence at the Royal Albert Hall. And they talked, there's a little documentary leading up to the performance, and they had the full performance.
Yeah.
And this was the song they closed out on. And I can see why they close all their performances with it. Is they get going with the bow down bow down bow down bow bow down bow down bow down bow, and then John Fogerty keep on true love, and like the lyrics are ridiculous. He made up this word just for this song. He also throws it in and sneaks it in Born on the Bayou, which he was chugling on down in New Orleans. But what is chugling, you may ask? He defines it in the song as having a good time. That's what he calls chugling. But then you get like several people who are going to be chugling because they're having a good time. It's like, here comes Harry looking for Mary. He gonna chugle. And here comes Louis works in the sewer. He gonna chugle. Then you get into this really epic harmonica thing in the middle where he's like, wow, wow, wow. In the middle of the song. It's like, lots of fun harmonica jamming, lots of fun guitar jamming. Of the two jammy songs on this album, I like this one a lot better because it's more like just them rocking out rather than just playing the same blues riff over and over again. But this is one of my favorite songs on the album. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, I really did not like this song. It was so boring. It bored to tears on this one. It's so long. A lot like Graveyard Train. They're both just boring and long and bluesy. And
he did it. He said the thing. You know?
He said the thing.
Yeah, and it really hurts the album for me, but that's me.
I don't get how this song's boring. That's the thing.
Nick and Jacob and I, we're gonna keep on shooting.
I love. This was a blind spot for me. This and great.
The internet, no.
I don't fully get how this. I don't really get how people would say this boring song because it's a rockin' jam session. John Fogerty sings his heart out on the songs, defining a new word for us on what chugling is. I think it's got great wordplay.
Jason's getting back at me for the future Beatles for sale. I'm going to be trashing on lots of Beatles songs, lots and lots of Beatles songs. I'm going to be trashing on. So look at it this way. It's kind of like Jason getting back at me.
But yeah, this has some great wordplay in it, and also I'm surprised Scott, you being musically minded, you didn't bring this up. But the whole song is built around one chord.
Oh yeah,
one chord. It's like,
yeah, poor Tom. That's all he gets to do is dum dum dum.
and yet everything around it works sonically. Like the guitar riff, the guitar solo, John Fogerty's vocals, the percussion, the amazing harmonica solo, everything works around this one chord that's all throughout the 7 minute, 43 minutes. That just shows how incredible all four of these artists are as musicians. And for that, I give it the utmost respect.
Well, do you know the difference between a jazz musician and a pop musician? A pop musician will...
jazz musicians like the improv.
Here's the difference. A pop musician will play 4 chords in front of thousands of people.
Mm-hmm.
A jazz musician will play thousands of chords in front of 4 people.
That's a good joke. I feel like this song kind of mixes the sensibilities of both because, pop music tends to have the 4-chord structure, but this song has 1 chord and there's a lot of improv on it.
Yeah.
I just think this is a really cool song. All right, so that wraps up Bayou Country, the album. What is everybody's top 5 songs?
I'll go first. My number 5, like I said, all these songs are number 1 on the top 5. Even the bottom 2 I love. Number 5, I'm going to say Born on the Bayou. Number 4, I'm going to say Good Golly Miss Molly. Number 3, Proud Mary. Number 2, I'm going to say Keep on Truly, my favorite song on the album as of now. Well, like I said, these 5 songs are my favorite, but this is like if someone came up with a gun against my head and said, "What's your favorite on this album?" I'd be like,
Bootleg.
Graveyard Train.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Okay, I actually have my list correct this time, so hopefully I don't mess it up. I'm going to go backwards, believe it or not.
Okay.
We'll see if I can make it through without stumbling through it. Number 5 is going to be Good Golly Miss Molly. Great cover, great guitar playing. Number 4 is The Penthouse Popper. I feel like I'm the only one who really likes this song. Jason, he likes it too. But number 3, Keep on Chugling. Great jam session, great way to end the album, great way to end their shows. That's how they ended their Woodstock gig as well. Number 2, Born on the Bayou. That song is amazing. And number 1, it's the big song for a reason, Proud Mary. It's a really good song.
All right.
I had a feeling I was going to be the only one who's not going to have Proud Mary on my number 1.
All
I don't
right.
know. Jacob might have another one. We'll see.
We'll see.
So it's hard to do a top 5 when there's only 7 songs on here.
Yeah, if I had to rank the songs, it would be Penthouse Popper, Good Golly Miss Molly, then my top 5.
Yeah, if I had to rank the songs, I'd put Bootleg last and then Graveyard Train.
Okay.
So I can't come up with a number 5. There's only 4 good songs on this
All
album.
right. So what's your top 4, Ben?
So I can go 4. Number 4, Good Golly Miss Molly. Number 3, Born on the Bayou. Number 2, Penthouse Popper. It's such an underrated song.
Oh wow.
Number 1, Proud Mary. It's the best song they've done up to this point in the first 2 albums.
You rated Penthouse Pauper higher than Scott did.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Wow, I'm surprised by that.
And I am the Penthouse Popper.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
All
I
right.
thought
Well,
it was
my top
excellent.
5. I will say before I share my top 5, I want to stress I think Bootleg and Penthouse Papa are great songs. I just prefer the other 5 more. No bad tracks on this album. And I'm not even going to say there's a dishonorable mention because this is a fantastic album. But top 5, my number 5, Graveyard Train. I'm with Nick. It's an amazing song. Number 4, Good Golly Miss Molly. Probably the best cover they've had to date. Number 3, Keep on Chugling. Might be their best deep cut so far. It's amazing. Top 2 is where it gets hard because I've struggled all day. And then when I listened to the album with Nick the other night, which one is my favorite of the 2? But after listening to this album again before we went live, I think I'm going to make this decision, and it might shock some people. Number 2, Proud Mary. Number 1, Born on the Bayou.
All right.
All right.
We got Well, me and Scott agreed, but yeah.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong, guys. I
Yeah.
honestly I feel like it's more like Proud Mary is number one and Born on the Bayou is number one too.
Well, technically, I
Second
agree.
number one.
I agree with all three of you because I think, like I said before, I think all 5 of the top 5 songs are number 1 in my books.
Okay.
So
I know-
I'm curious, Jason, since I know you didn't care for not Penhouse Popper, Graveyard Train and Keep on Chugling, which one do you think is the worst of the two?
Graveyard Train, I think, is probably one.
See, I can see that one.
That was your number 1. I know, Nick. I'm sorry.
No. I'm clarifying this. All 5 of the songs are number 1. I just said the songs randomly. I'm going to be honest. I couldn't think of a top 5. So basically, I don't have a top 5. The only things I could say is that Penthouse Popper and Bootleg are like I'd say like the 5 songs are at SS tier, and then like Bootleg and like Penthouse Popper are like at S tier. So I like every song on the album a lot. It's my favorite CCR album. So it's like some of these albums that are my favorites. Like if you told me now, you're like my favorite McCartney album, for example. Like I thought Ebony and Ivory was my favorite song, but then I heard a different song. I'm like, I don't know which one I should pick.
Yeah.
So just one of those things.
I can see why like people wouldn't like Graveyard Train if you don't like that bluesy sound, and it's probably the slowest song on the album.
Yeah.
But, like Keep on Chugling, I mean, like that's a great jam.
Wait until we get to Beatles for Sale, because I can't even think of a top 5. I could just say my favorite song and that's it.
Okay.
I think
All
most
right.
like jam songs, I guess. I can't think of a jam song that I'm like, oh, I like that because there's a jam in there. I'm like, no, I like non-jams, I guess, concise.
Well, some artists can do jams well. I think other artists can jam, and it can start to get annoying. Like I'm not a big Grateful Dead fan. Like I feel like some of their songs go on a little too long.
Okay, you want to hear a story about the Grateful Dead?
But CCR is a great jam band.
Okay, When the Levee Breaks, you're right. That's a good jam song.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have a CCR-related Grateful Dead story that's the reason that Nick and I don't like the Grateful Dead.
Oh, really?
Okay, so CCR was asked to play Woodstock, and John Fogerty was like, oh, cool, a music festival. I want to spread my music to young kids. So he's like, I'll do it. But they got a primetime performance at like 6 o'clock in the evening. John Fogerty has said that whenever he played Woodstock, he wasn't all about the drugs and stuff. He just wanted to get his music out there. So they were running a bit behind, and so honestly, I don't remember when it was, but they were a little bit behind schedule. So instead of going on at 6, they were slated to go on right after the Grateful Dead, who started at midnight.
Oh.
And the Grateful Dead dropped acid right before going on stage, and their set was stumbling through, jamming, and muttering incoherently because of the drugs for 3 hours. So Creedence didn't get to go on until 3 in the morning. They had the primetime 6 o'clock spot. They got pushed off to 3 in the morning because of the Grateful Dead, and everybody was asleep when they finally hit the stage. They were all stoned out. All the kids were stoned out of their minds, covered in mud, and asleep. And John Fogerty said he hit that stage. He didn't know what to do, but he looked out and he saw one kid awake with his lighter in the air and went, "I'm up, John."
I know me and Nick would be like, Grateful Dead, who cares? Like,
yeah, like
there's only like maybe 1 or 2 Grateful Dead songs I can name that I actually do like, and one of them is like their most
name you one.
hit, "Touch It Away." So,
I know no Grateful Dead songs.
I know that's something that me and Jason could agree on, is that their music is boring as hell. It's so boring. Like, why would they put their music before CCR? Like, come on. Let CCR play and then have Grateful Dead play.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
Come on.
Because they can fall asleep to Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Not like, just because of that, I think like Grateful Dead's like my most hated band.
Even though Jerry Garcia plays on your favorite song.
This is weird because usually most rock fans would say Nickelback or Limp Bizkit are like the most hated bands.
Grateful Dead's so boring, and like I don't get why so many people are such big fans of their music.
I guess they have some moments, but they're not my favorite.
Is the CCR like they weren't on the documentary or something? Because like nobody, like most people don't know that CCR was at Woodstock. Because I don't think they were on the footage or something.
It's because early in the morning.
Yeah, so no one ever talks about CCR, and it's like, oh, they were there too.
It's because of the Grateful Dead.
I forget CCR was at Woodstock.
Yeah, because you think of Crosby,
Because I
Stills,
know-
Nash,
I
and
know
Ooh, whatever.
to
And
me, the biggest artist I think of Woodstock was Jimi Hendrix.
Oh,
Jimi
playing
Hendrix,
the national anthem,
Santana.
guitar player.
Yeah. All right. So, what's everybody's rating on Bayou Country?
Well, saying that this is in my top 100 albums, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 by default.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
After doing some calculations as to how much I like this album, how I like the songs, and how it rates in comparison to the other Creedence albums, I have decided to give this album a 9 out of 10.
Okay. Still a good rating.
Yeah, it's funny when coming back to these albums. I always remember the first two albums. I wasn't a fan of these first two albums. I thought it really gets really good by the next album. And coming back to that first album, I listened to it and I was like, no, this album's actually pretty good. I gave it an 8 out of 10, I believe. So I kind of was surprised that I was like, oh, this is not that bad. Got this album. It's just like I remembered it. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Oh, wow. So that's the first album there.
So yeah, so I was surprised I liked the first album as much as I did. I was like, oh, this is not bad. This album, like, yeah, this is 7 out of 10 is not the terrible number
No,
because you still got 4 really good songs here.
I gave With the Beatles 4 out of 10. So
Yeah. So this is Jason's Led Zeppelin 4, like Nick's opinion of Led Zeppelin 4.
Yeah, is that what you gave Led Zeppelin for?
Well, originally gave it like way lower, but like I give it an 8 out of 10 now.
Okay. Yeah, luckily there's 7 songs. 4 of them are good, so more than half of the songs are good. So I bumped up to a 7. So I'm like, yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely I don't hold as high. Like I said, the next couple albums are really good.
So I'm gonna give this the same score as Nick. This is a 10 out of 10 album.
Wow.
I think this album's amazing. I loved every single song on it. Big step up from the first album. Like I said at the beginning, you really get to really feel the signature sound of CCR on this album. I'm curious if this album will remain topped or not compared to the other albums that are coming out after this. I know they did Green River and Willie and the Poor Boys that same year. And I know there's great stuff on that album.
Man,
it's gonna be a hard ranking.
The next 3 albums are really good. I mean,
get ready.
Compost Factory afterwards, yeah.
That's the big one.
The 1970.
So you're already on 10 out of 10. It's like, well, where can you go from here?
I know, but when he gave the Rolling Stones Now a 9 out of 10, I was thinking, if you gave that a 9 out of 10, you better get ready because, oh boy, you're in for a big surprise.
This is also the last album to have John Fogerty with a mustache.
What?
All right.
He has a mustache in the back cover.
Oh, really? I'm not used to seeing John Fogerty with a mustache.
Yeah, he has a mustache.
Which one is him?
I don't know. Can I see the back cover?
I thought he was the one without the mustache.
That's Tom Fogerty. Yeah, bottom left is John Fogerty.
Really?
What?
Oh wow!
That does not even look like John Fogerty.
Top left is Tom Fogerty.
Just from looking at it from that angle, it almost looks like Daniel Day-Lewis, and There Will Be Blood.
I drink your milkshake.
Yeah, the one with the Fogerty with the mustache is actually John.
Okay.
Wow.
The next album is like completely opposite because like Tom would end up having the mustache and beard, and John would end up being the one without the mustache. Yeah, the first 2 album covers he has a mustache.
Huh. Who knew, right? All right. So thank you all for tuning in live to this review. Thank you to those who commented on the live chat. If you're watching the replay, you can, I guess, share your thoughts on the album, share your rankings of what your favorite songs on this album are. We got more CCR album reviews coming real soon. We'll do Green River next, but we're alternating with Beatles. So Lord willing, next week we'll cover A Hard Day's Night on the Beatles side of things. So be on the lookout for that coming soon. Any final thoughts before we end the stream?
This album's amazing.
Keep on juggling, guys.
Keep on rolling.
Yes. That's how.
Keep on rolling down the river on the bayou and keep on juggling. It's good night, everybody.
Good night.